I am very honored and humbled to receive the Bender Award. It is amazing to be included in such an illustrious group of fellow teachers.
It's a big validation from your peers and from students that what you're doing is the right thing.
I'm really grateful to win an award like this, especially as a part-timer. And I think that's something that's really wonderful about this distinction, that it is open to part-time faculty.
The Bender Teaching Award is awarded for excellence in teaching, but I think a teacher is only as good as her students make her. So this award recognizes my work, but also my students' work and what they've taught me about teaching.
I try to think about what I can do to make that 50 minutes really interesting to students, and interesting for me as well.
I tend to like those activities where students are maybe forced to do something that's slightly uncomfortable, that's different from what they're used to doing. I ask students to read a text, and then students are assigned different groups, and each group has to do their best to represent that author's perspective. Advice I would give to other teachers when trying this strategy, that maybe the word debate is problematic. So sometimes will frame that as a panel talk.
Recently, I started assigning more writing, and I find that when students have to write just even 200 words in response to an article that they've read, their answers are more thoughtful. They're able to take time to articulate their thoughts and questions and arguments more clearly.
One of the resources that I found very useful in class is the use of iClickers. That's a remote answering device, and we use it for different kinds of questions. One is just sort of topical questions to see whether they've read the material, but then we can also ask opinion-based questions, and that makes the class really interesting and exciting, and they always are very interested in the answers to those.
It is very inspiring to see interested and excited learners in the medical school when I see the excitement of the first time they're in the operating room, or the way that they can link what they've learned foundationally in the basic sciences to how it applies to patient care. That is exactly why I love teaching.
I love teaching. I think it's part of my personality. I can't help but teach. I find it really rewarding to work with another person and see them change, be inspired to change myself. That's an opportunity I just can't give up.
When I'm teaching a class of 200 people who are sitting in front of me, I don't see students. I see people who are going to lead the country in the future. And I think I've got one semester to be able to give them this really important information. And what's the best way I can do it?